You think you have a slam dunk, but you don't. Big shout out to everyone watching. This Jrod on point. My check 1 2 1 2. My check 1 2 1 2. Thank you for spending your early morning here with us today in the weekend. You know how we do in the weekend. We had to come in. I have to pop up. A lot of things going on behind closed door. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Thank you for being here. Big shout out to everyone that is watching right now from wherever you at around the world. Is the host of the mode, the team to the tango, Gene to the Django, Jrod on point. We are about to have a wonderful, magnificent early morning Saturday. I know. I was trying to be here yesterday, Friday. You know, what I mean, to have that Friday live stream up. But listen, I had a full house, family here. It's nothing like having good excuses to spend time with the family. Ain't nothing better than that. But big shout out to everyone watching. Thank you so much for being here. Today's topic. I'm doing great, Amy Conway. I'm doing fantastic. Actually, let me get to the chat to start the day just right. Let me get to the chat. Let me get to the chat. Piggity, pop, beep, pop, piggity, pop. Familia, we here, we here, we here. Let me get to the chat. Let me get to the chat before we start the conversation. Today's topic: Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case. Judge Hippler denies all motions across the board. Oh man, I told you I was trying to have faith. You see, as a content creator, you get the pressure of people like Jrod. Why you so negative to the court system? Why you so negative towards the police? Why you so negative? Why you don't believe in the system? But guess what? I do. I do believe in the system, but at the same time, I cannot deny to ya that I know the realities of it. You know, I'm trying to. Big shout out to Amy Cowan. Thank you so much to be here. Very so much appreciated. Main sniper, top moderator, boss lady in the chat. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Thank you so much for being here. We're doing amazing. How Amy Conway and family is doing today. Hopefully everybody's doing great over there in the beautiful Costa Rica. Saludos a toda nuestra familia latinoamericana. Aquí se les agradece de mucho corazón. Muchas gracias por su atención y dedicación a nuestro programa. Es mucho bonito en toda la cosa que usted representa y gracias a ustedes es que yo estoy aquí. Muchas gracias, Amy Conway and family. Big shout out to the kiddo. Big shout out to everyone up there. Today's gonna be a doozy. We having a good one today because again, and I go back to what we was talking about. People is like J-Rock. Why you so negative against the cops of Moscow PD? Why you so negative to the court? Why you don't believe in what they doing? Cause I cannot. And I repeat, even though I like to play devil's advocate, even though I like to keep it right down the middle, but at the same time, when I was telling you, hey, listen, I believe in the system, and hopefully, thank you, Mikhail, I appreciate you. And Mikhail, doing a lot of research. I've been telling you how high the totem pole goes in this corruption. You know, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a little later. We got time. Hopefully, you have time. Amy Khan would say, wink, wink, IGG Frank. Granted, because there's nada can be done. FBI, DOJ, total BS, corruption. Frank deny. 14 denied, but rapidly Defendant lawyer approved. It's clear Hippler is a twister lupo. Yeah, you see, we're gonna get to that. And Conway giving me good ammunition. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Totally, brother, you authentical Hippler about DNA. Yes, yes, we will. We will talk about that. Never strongly correct judge touch that blood error, people privacy error. He can, but you see, everything that the judge, everything that the judge did is watch his hands and let it play in trial, because they know that the jury. You know what? Before we get to that, yeah, I'm gonna fuck with y'all tonight to let y'all know, hey, we've been knowing this from the top. We and again try to give so much leverage, try to give so much benefit of the doubt to the court system. But when I do that, because I want my confirmations. When I do that, I want my confirmations. I wanna keep it 100. The court opinion and interpretation by case law is not accurate. Using legal illegal loopholes, as I've been mentioning from the top, is ugly. We are about to start. It's ugly. The people that want to be blind, and I mean, I don't know. If you ask me, people cannot be blind. Like it's so easy and so simplistic. What's going on here is very, very, very simplistic. Is again, people don't have to act like this is so complicated, because it's not. I want everybody to relax, to do not lose your shit yet. I'm on my radio shit. I'm on my radio shit. I'm on my radio shit. I'm on the podcast. I'm on my radio shit. Hopefully the microphone sound good. You know what I mean? Voice is back. Voice is back. But I think it's very clear, very, very, very clear to the simple eye. You really don't have to look into too deep to realize what's going on here. Make sure everyone get to the chat. Talk to me nice. Don't get yourself blocked. We got Amy Conway in the building. Thank you so much for the sound check, Amy Conway. Thompson said on the record, no using no IgG. Okay, now DNA lawyer, PCA, insignificant, makes no fucking sense. All legal loopholes, BS. Yes, I mean here's the key to this whole situation. This is very, very key. And again, I appreciate everyone that want to listen to what I got to say. It's very so much appreciated, and I thank you for your time. Make sure that hit the like and you weigh in, or hit the like and you weigh out. Just make sure that you at least appreciate the content, hitting the like, so this live stream could move in the upper echelon, so people could listen to what we listen, or people listen to what we talk about. Let me come and say thank you for your time, brother. No, thank you though. I appreciate you for being here, having conversations about the Idaho 4. Bryan Kohberger case. I know it's a lot to talk about. Hopefully tonight, today, this morning, you have time to have conversations the right way with real people, with a real life, with real thoughts and real compassion to both sides of the fence. Even though some people say like, "Damn, Jrod, like you going hard to those family, like you don't have no mercy on those families," and I'm like, "Well, goddamn right, I don't." But I totally understand the pain that it comes with this whole situation. Big shout out to Heather Fitzgerald. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much appreciated for passing by, showing love. Thank you so much. Very appreciated. Thank you for being here, Heather Fitzgerald. Please make sure everyone hit the like and subscribe and share the content. Wait you 24 hours. Listen, if you subscribe by now, tomorrow you'll be able to be in chat talking with us. So I suggest to people to subscribe to enter the conversation about the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case. My question is, brother, did they enter or no DNA into codings or not? I have heard like three different things. Well, great question, Amy Conway. For the latest that what we heard, for the latest of what we heard, they didn't even bother. They didn't even bother to run the other DNA. That's with the latest. The latest information that it came out, they did not run nor even they didn't do nothing. Like it's just it's absurd. It's absurd. You know. Again, I've been telling you from the top that everyone, including authorities, know exactly what went down and who did this. Like I've been telling you this from the top. The only way that they could have go this route, the only way that they could have go this route is knowing exactly who's the killers. Knowing the killers is the only way that they went this route to frame a Bryan Kohberger. Because it's like I told you from the top, they did not have to have, they didn't have to have DNA on that sheet, as long as they say we have a sheet with DNA, as long as they say that they have a night sheet with DNA, everything else, it was convincing the court, which that was easy and already predetermined. It don't matter what they would have put in those warrants, those warrants would have go out anyway. Let's be clear. The only way that they could have ignored blood DNA concurrent with the time of death, because you could tell if that blood was dry blood from an earlier episode, or you could tell if that blood on the rail is consistent with the time, with the alleged time of death. It's small details like that it just, if people miss little details like that, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna miss the point. Let's just be clear. We all here, we grown adults. I understand you probably have your favorite content creator and you believe anything they say. But as long as you give your opportunity and the chance to listen to other people besides your favorite content creator, and you have the skill of understanding, the skill of discernment, the skill of calling bullshit, the skill of just know by your own experience in life, if you have any. That they trap this Bryan Kohberger with words. It was no DNA. It was no DNA. What you mean you're gonna take up on consideration a touch DNA while you have blood samples from other people? What type of investigation Moscow PD and the FBI put together? This is the type of questions that people need to ask to themselves. And it's very, very clear what's going on. Again, I'm gonna be very clear. In my opinion, they did not even bother to mess around with the other blood sample because they already knew who blood was that. For them to say that it was 2 male samples, some kind of work had to be done. Let's get that out the way. Let's be very, very clear. For them to say that is related to 2 males, they have to done some work upon it. If you ask me, they already knew who was the killers. They already knew who was the killers. It got confirmed. It got confirmed when they ran those blood samples to find out that it was 2 other males. So how come the yacht did not investigate those other 2 blood samples to the T in the same way y'all investigated Bryan Kohberger? That's part of basic criminal investigation. You don't have to be a genius. You do not have to be a genius to use common sense and know exactly within an investigation, due to the gravity of the investigation, due to the you already know for a fact that this case most likely is going to go to a death penalty for the gravity of the massacre. So what do? You have to investigate with the best of your capabilities to make sure that whoever you arrest, you not just went by the book, but you caught this person in the clear. In other words, you went through all legal measures necessary by the book to cook whoever committed this crime. Because again, the same gravity that y'all talk about the seriousness about this crime, and I repeat, you're welcome, Amy Conway. Big shout out to Heather Fitzgerald. Thank you so much for being here. Very appreciate it. Amy Conway, say hi to Heather Fitzgerald. Big sheet, little sheath, twisted sheath. Yes. Heather Fitzgerald said, literally, I was just reading those pages and it seems that they did not. Yes. That's what I'm saying. Like, if they didn't do no type of work, how they know that they were male? They had to done some work. Listen, the FBI, if they did work on Bryan Kohberger, they did work on that DNA, on the blood. But the problem here is that as soon as they found out that they were students from the University of Idaho, they got excluded out of the investigation automatically by pressure of the University of Idaho. Is so on everyone's face. In no criminal investigation, you are not going to take up on consideration touch DNA when you have larger and higher quality of sample with a blood sample. In the same way you run and do IgG on the Bryan Kohberger, you run and do IgG on the other two blood samples to get to the bottom and make sure that those two samples are clear. Because if that blood of those individuals didn't have nothing to do, it was not consistent with the murder scene, what about getting to the bottom of it, have it on record within your investigation, so whenever it gets brought up in court, authorities already have identified the assailants or the possible assailants. They have interviewed these people and making sure that these people have a proper alibi that it could be used in court on their defense. But you have to take the steps of investigation. Why those steps of investigation were not taken? Because we're the students of the University of Idaho, and that automatically is a no-go. Is the only thing that'll make sense in a case of this magnitude, because they understand the gravity. They understand how bad it's gonna go for the whole program of the University of Idaho if it gets ever find out the students of the University of Idaho were actually the killers of other students. That'll show the failure of a system that it doesn't work. That will show the weakness of a system of a Greek row or a Greek community that doesn't work. How can a Greek community work when their members are killing other members for whatever the reasons and get away with murder? You as a member of the Greek community, are you gonna feel safe knowing that those 4 young adults got killed by their own peers, and the student played dirty with the FBI and Moscow PD to frame this poor man being locked up for 2 years and a half already, and it seems that like it's not gonna be no end. Cause like I told ya, buckle up, Buttercup, buckle up, cause it's gonna be a long road ahead. I told ya for purposes of appeal, for purposes of appeal, Judge Hippler needed to have a frank hearing for purposes of appeal. The only reason why Judge Hippler took the stand in court that he took denying all motions was for the simple matter of the fact that he knew he was not about to get cooked by the public opinion, because it's no public opinion that it could be have when we don't know what the fuck they were talking about in the earlier hearing. So it don't fucking matter whatever the fuck we know. The truth was in that hearing that no one heard or saw whatever the fuck it was talked about in that hearing. The judge knew I'm gonna deny everything across the board, and I'm not gonna be cooked by the people, because the people don't fucking know how much of a fuck up of a judge I am. That's what's going on here. This is why the judge got the balls to deny a frank hearing that he know in the back of his head, that it must occur for all the inconsistencies. Thank you, Amy Conway. You in my favorite subscriber and moderator. I love y'all all, but you know I have my favorites. I cannot deny it. I cannot treat you like my children, because y'all not my children. Y'all grown adults. My children's, I don't have no favorites. I love all my children the same. But y'all, none of my children, y'all grown adults. Listen, I do have my favorites. Hopefully y'all don't take it the wrong way, but I do have my favorites. Big shout out to everyone watching. This Jrod on Point. Thank you so much for everyone here right now today listening to us. But the only reason why Judge Hippler has the balls to deny a frank hearing is because he knew he was not about to get cooked by us, the true crime community. He gonna get cooked anyway. I don't know who the fuck he talking to. He gonna get cooked anyway. We here. We here. But that's the only reason why Judge Hippler had the balls to deny everything across the board, because the people, the people, did not got to hear what was said on those private hearings. Due to that, he felt confident enough to swipe the pen across the board, not caring about public opinion, because it's not going to be no public opinion. The people cannot have an opinion on something that they did not know, did not heard. But people like us, that we have paid attention to all the inconsistencies of this case, we could talk about it. Heather Fitzgerald said, it's so cold in Cleveland. Yes, it's cold in Ohio. It's cold in Ohio. You see, I wanted to give the benefit of the doubt to Judge Hippler. I really wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. But I cannot give him no benefit of the doubt no longer. I cannot, and I repeat, because the chance that he have for me to give him the benefit of the doubt is gone. I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt no longer. I can't sit here and be like, well, like I did that other live stream. I did the other live stream, you know, try to give him the benefit of the doubt. I cannot do that no longer. Because he already showed his claws. He already showed what he all about. He's another judge 2.0. And this judge cannot be trusted. This judge showed to the whole world how inefficient, corrupted, manipulated, and control of a courthouse that he run. And he's man, it's sad though. It's sad. It is sad. Like it is sad because just think about it for a second. That could have happened to me and you. That could happen to anyone any day. Think about it. Just use your intelligence for a second. That's creating that error of court interpretation, that purpose error in court interpretation is opening the doors for other civilians and other people to get the DNA, their own DNA weaponized against themselves. Judge, due to his no case law, had the opportunity to do right by common sense and by law. You're gonna sit there as a judge and be like, well, but it's no law that says like, but guess what? If you would have taken the decision to have a frank hearing, you probably would have heard all the inconsistencies that you needed to heard to correct the problem that at this day today is occurring in this case. Is a problem. It's a illegal loophole that it needs to be shut down because it's gonna be used in the future to fabricate cases against innocent people. The problem here is you're getting trapped with this technique the Moscow PD and the FBI are utilizing against Bryan Kohberger. This technique is nothing but illegal loopholes. They know this. When they fabricated this case, they knew this. They knew exactly what to do to trap an innocent person. Cross fingers, and see if a jury is gonna cook this guy. And even if he get cooked and they get found guilty in the court of law, now because we having all these private hearings, now because we having this gag order, let's say you're gonna cook Bryan Kohberger and the jury found him guilty. Now, when the appeals come back, that the gag order is gone, and appeals come back, that now we start hearing and seeing all the fuckery that y'all was doing in court. Now then, and only then, the guy on the appeal have the chance and the opportunity to probably finally get to go back home after these motherfuckers from Idaho trap him with illegal loophole. And at this day today, that man's life is at risk. Just because the government decided to protect the real killers, just because the government decided to not give consequences to the real killers, because the real killers are part of this community that it can be touched. Fuck you and fuck you community. That goes to every single motherfucker in Idaho and all over the world. They will stick for these people. Even you if you're a member, I'm gonna tell you right now, my grown ass man, like if you a member of the Greek community, listen, I don't wish harm, I do not wish harm upon you, but if you get dealt with in the same way these 4 young adults got dealt with by their own peers, goddamn, you deserve that shit. Because if you knowing exactly what the fuck happened to these 4 young adults and you stayed quiet, you are guilty too. You probably worse than the killers. You probably worse than the killers. You probably a killer yourself. Because for anyone in Idaho and Moscow, Washington, that is part of these communities, the upscale communities, the Greek life communities and shit, you know exactly what the fuck y'all doing. So you cannot act like, oh, I don't know. Oh, I'm part of it, but I don't know. No, if you part of it, you know exactly what y'all been doing. And for regular, normal people like us, that shit don't fly. Listen, for less shit than that, people get killed in the hood. I'm gonna tell you straight up, because y'all motherfuckers think that y'all safe wherever the fuck y'all at, doing whatever the fuck y'all doing. Listen, you stupid as fuck if you think the shit, if you think that karma is not a bitch, you must believe that Satan is more powerful than karma. And if you ask me, Satan used karma more than Jesus. What you mean? What you mean? Is you serious? Do y'all really think that y'all gonna do some shit like this, right? And it's not gonna be no payback? Like it's not gonna be no get back? Listen, karma is a bitch. Karma is a bitch. When evil think that they rule the world, that's when karma comes and give you a checkmate. Yeah, all need to understand this. It's nothing that is done in the dark that it will not come out in the light. It will always come out. It could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be in a week, it could be in a month, it could be in a few years. But karma is a bitch, man. People cannot sit there and expect to do bad to people and just get away with it. You're not gonna get no get back. Are you serious? What type of life you live in? What type of world you think you exist? Because from the world that I live, the world that I'm from, the normal, regular world, it's consequences for everything you do, especially when you kill people. It's consequences for that. But then we see here government agencies acting like they don't care for no human rights. They don't care for no one's living. They don't care about, because it is the only conclusions that I could have. Is the only conclusions that I could have after everything we have witnessed in the Idaho for Bryan Kohberger case. Listen, man, I have seen evil. I have seen evil. I have seen evil. I have witnessed evil. But this shit right here, this Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case, is one of those cases. It's one of those. That when you thought that you have seen it all, when you thought that you have seen it all, life always tells you, no, it's worse evil out there than what you think. It's worse evil out there. No, me as a dad, I'm trying to teach my kids to do great, to do better, to stay on the side of the law, to do right by the teachers, to do right by their peers. You see something, you say something. And then when we see these cases like the Idaho 4 that happened in the way it happened, with so much people around them, it's like, what the fuck? And then the authorities are the one playing the evil part, the evil play of it. Like the government that is supposed to investigate to catch the killer. It's like, come on, man. It's a shame. It's a shame to say that the United States court is in the state that it is. Like we cannot trust the court. We cannot trust the court. Y'all seen how the court railroaded Karen Reed. Y'all saw in the way the court railroaded Richard Allen. Y'all see in the way the court and the government is railroading Luigi Mangione. Because listen, when you have you killer, you as government, you have to act accordingly. You as government, you have to act accordingly, not just by the law, but by principle. You cannot be a bully just because someone is an alleged murderer. Now why? You're gonna be a fucking bully? Like the federal government? Why the federal government is gonna have my Luigi treating him like a fucking terrorist? Cause what? He just another fucking kill. If he's the killer, you have to treat him like any other fucking killer. Why you treating him any special? What? Because this guy was a fucking piece of shit CEO? Are you fucking serious? He just another human being just like me and you. And just because he's a CEO of a medical program, you cannot add no charges. Oh, because you kill a CEO, that's an extra charge because you kill a CEO. Fuck you. Who the fuck you think you fuck? Who the what the fuck were we living? This is United States of America. I know that Trump is trying to fix America, but if Trump cannot fix stupid, I don't think it's gonna happen. Just because you kill a motherfucking CEO, that don't mean that extra charges have to be added to you just because you kill a CEO. It's like you kill any other person, you motherfucker. Oh, let's add terrorism because this is this. Shut the fuck up. You just want to cook someone that you know for a fact is no ballistics. You know for a fact there is no ballistic attached to Luigi. Y'all said it yourself, you stupid motherfuckers. It's a 3D weapon. It's a 3D printed weapon. It's no ballistics. It's nothing. They would tell you that Luigi Mangione killed this man. It's fucking insane. Like, what the fuck? Like, is it me? Is it me? In the case of Karen Reed, the court didn't give the proper instructions to the jury for a final decision. The fucking judge knew what the fuck she was doing. And she cockblocked Karen Reed from her freedom. Doing it in the way they did it. Using the fucking court to manipulate loopholes to restart the fucking case and keep wasting fucking time. Keep delaying justice. That should be a crime by itself. And I think that's a crime by itself. Why the fuck the courts don't get charged? The judges don't get charged for delay of justice. What? How the fuck can someone is not supervising the judges to make sure the judges are taking the right motherfucking decisions, so like that the money and time of taxpayers doesn't get fucking wasted and thrown in the fucking garbage, giving money to these fucking public defenders and money to the fucking prosecution, money for the fucking courts, squeezing the fucking federal government like a cow, wasting motherfucking time, wasting motherfucking money to not get to justice. Where the fuck are we living at this day today? The day that we lose our rights to have proper judicial system, we have lost it all. We have become slave again. Because then now the system is weaponized to the point that the innocent is going to be found guilty to make sure that the real guilty people gets free. That's a sacrifice. That's a, you know what, for those motherfuckers that don't know, that's a sacrificial lamb by itself. That's a human sacrifice by itself. All these people that are doing all this twisted shit, they are some satanic motherfuckers. They don't believe in God, even though if they have a cross on their chest, because they hide their motherfucking Church of Lucifer with a motherfucking cross. Because they are fucking cowards. People that do not believe in Christ. People that don't believe in good. Evil people in positions of power that believe on Satan. They doing human sacrifices on the name of Satan using the legal system. That's it. That's what's going on. They do this shit purposely on the name of Satan, and they utilize all these court procedures, knowing that they doing wrong, knowing that they doing evil shit. They're using all this shit, literally giving the Idaho 4 victims as a fucking offer to their fucking deities, the motherfucking principalities, their own satanic cult. Because you not just kill these young adults, you cover the fucking murder, you cover the real killers using some dirty diabolical shit on with illegal loopholes that you know that if you use them, you're gonna trap an innocent person and go and make him go through the worst. Listen, you not just kill 4 young adults, you probably kill Kopaka too, and then Wayne got Kohberger. Try to kill him too. Listen, y'all are the most diabolical motherfuckers in the history of humanity. Fuck y'all all. Y'all need to stay the fuck away from me. Fuck y'all all. Each one of all of y'all motherfuckers from Idaho. I don't care who the fuck you are. You are in Idaho. Fuck you. Stay the fuck away from me. Y'all pure pieces of shit. Y'all are pure evil. And I'm so happy and so glad that I'm far the fuck away from y'all. Because if I was close, listen, it'd be up and stuck. Because if y'all have feelings about what I say, you're going to have to see me. Who the fuck you think you talking to? I'm so glad that I'm far the fuck away from y'all motherfuckers from Idaho. Y'all weird. Y'all diabolical. Y'all satanical. Y'all using the fucking legal system to do satanic rituals. That's what the fuck y'all doing. If you believe in Lord Jesus Christ, you cannot tell me that you listen to everything that is going on with this Idaho folk and you're gonna sit there and be like, yeah, I think he did it. What? What? Is you serious? They not just broke their own. They not just broke their own rules. Okay, the rules are not law, right? I get that. I get it. Rules are not law, but the rules are put in place for a motherfucking reason. And if those fucking rules are not sustainable in the court of law, why the fuck you have those rules and regulations put in place, you dick sucker son of a bitch? Because that's how you need to be talked to. That's how you need to be talked to, Judge Hippler. That's how you need to be talked to. Who the fuck you think you are, bro? You know, if a regular person like me and you had the opportunity to talk to you, I will light your bitch ass up with words that you're gonna have to fucking eat them, and it ain't shit that you could do to me. Big shout out to Help Me Rhonda. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. It's like this is one of those motherfucking judges that you see here light his bitch ass up, nothing but words, and the motherfucker will try to lock you up. Fuck you. Because that's how these motherfuckers sound like they are. They fucking stuck up motherfuckers. They were getting bullied when they were little in school. And now that they are in a position of power, oh, now they are the bullies? Oh, now you the bully? Because you a judge? I'm talking to you from the heart. How the fuck you gonna see all the inconsistencies, breaking rules and regulations, and just in the same gravity that you say like, oh, but this is such a big case, this is such a big case that has to be treated a certain way. Yeah, motherfucker, we're supposed to be treated this motherfucking case with the seriousness that if it's any motherfucking discrepancy to get to the motherfucking truth, that discrepancy needs to be handled and taken care of. That's the real fucking law. That's the real motherfucking justice. When you see discrepancies, you have to work those discrepancies out of the fucking record. If rules and regulations are not law, why the fuck is there reason for them? If rules and regulations from the DOJ and FBI, if rules and regulations, they are not law, rules and regulations are put in place, how the fuck a judge gonna tell me, how the fuck a judge is gonna tell me the rules are and regulations just because they are not law? Oh, it's okay. It's nothing. We could just act like ain't nothing happening here. Just because you a judge and you have the power to have that opinion, and your opinion is power, your interpretation of the motherfucking law and the fucking case is not consistent with this fucking case, Judge Hippler. What? How the fuck I'm sitting here thinking that I could do a better job than y'all fucking judges out here? Y'all could call me Judge Rodriguez or Judge Jrod Point. Is you gonna tell me that I could take better decisions as a regular Joe than the motherfucking judge that he went to motherfucking college to study this shit? Because it seems that I could take better decisions and better common sense out of. Because again, the only reason that they could have done this is just because he don't give a fuck. It's a court date. It's a court date. Big shout out to Tara. Thank you for being here. It's a court date established, and you wanna comply with that court date. You still, even though it's inconsistencies within this case of how they got to Mr. Kohberger, because again, and I repeat, they did not have no DNA. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Oh, Jrod, how you know it's a fact? Because when you swap particles, when you swap particles of touch DNA, when you swap the sheath once, is over. I want people to understand touch DNA microparticles. You swap that sheath once like they did, it's over. They knew they have only one shot to get a hit and they lost it. They know this. They know this, and it was no match. And it was no match when they ran whatever they ran once. They knew it was over. But they already say it was DNA on the sheath, right? So it's DNA in the sheath just because they say so. Why people don't see what? Oh my God. How can people not see that shit? Don't even talk about it. They don't even talk about it. Particles of DNA, they ran that shit once, it's fucking gone. You only have one shot and one shot only. It was over. It's no DNA on that motherfucker. But guess what? In the same way I told you, if Judge Hippler would have granted that frank hearing, he knew that Ann Taylor was about to cook the whole prosecution. The problem here is that if he allowed Ann Taylor at this stage cook the prosecution and prove in court the inconsistencies of this case, Judge Hippler did not want to have on his hands. He did not want to have on his hands a dismissal for this whole fucking case. It's like he covered his eyes and ears. He covered his eyes and ears like, no, I don't want to hear, I don't want to see, I don't want to hear, I don't want to see, I don't want to hear, I want to see. And then swung the fucking pen, even though he heard the inconsistency. It don't matter if rules and regulations are not law. Rules and regulations are there for a reason. If he would allow a frank hearing, all that dirt would come out and the case would be over. He know this. He know this. If he would have swung that pen and granted frank hearing, this case would be over. But they cannot have that. They cannot have that. They cannot have a frank hearing because, again, if we're going to play this by the book of law, and you already know as a judge that the prosecution team, FBI and Moscow PD did a whole bunch of stupid shit, going through the back door, doing some illegal shit that even though it's rules and regulations against that, but just because it's no law, no case law against it, you're gonna sit there and act like it's okay? You're gonna sit there and ask that it's okay? Would you as a judge want to know if this man is in front of you for the right fucking reasons, knowing that this man probably is gonna be put in front of a firing squad? Won't you as a judge, you are a piece of shit and I hate you. You as a motherfucking judge, would you want to know if that guy in front of you is the right person? But that's how you know when a judge is a piece of shit. Because a judge that he has a heart, a judge that believes in Christ, a judge that believes in Jesus Christ, that know right from wrong, you fucking know in the back of your head that something's wrong is here. Why the fuck you waste money, taxpayer money, and time and emotions for some people? Would you like to know if the man in front of you is the right guy? Won't you as a motherfucking judge representing the law, won't you want to make sure the cops did the due diligence and due process to get this motherfucking man? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But you know what, though? I just wanted to come here and tell you exactly how I feel about it. Where the judge went wrong. Because again, if rules and regulations are put in place, it's for a motherfucking reason. But we have gotten to the conclusion that as long as this case stays in Idaho, is no justice. As long as this case stays in Idaho, and you know what? Fuck that. This case, wherever it goes in United States of America, is fucking cooked. And yeah, we do believe that Bryan Kohberger is innocent. Because at this day today, everything they have brought forward in this case, the decision is from the judge. The decision is from the prosecution. Even the decision is from Aunt Taylor. Y'all a fucking bunch of buffoons. Y'all weak. Y'all don't have no Jesus Christ in your heart. And y'all evil as fuck. That y'all diabolical. That's how I feel about everyone in Idaho. Y'all diabolical. And the kingdom must come. Believe in yourself because I believe in you. If I did it, you could do it too. I ain't nothing special. I believe that you're going to take the right decisions in your life for yourself and for everyone around you. Make sure that you love yourself. Take care of yourself so you'll be able to love others and take care of others. Hopefully, if you find any value in the content that we provide here, please make sure you show some love and the cash out the On Point family. I'm the host of the most, the team to the tango, Gene to the Django. Jrod on point. Thank you, Amy Conway and Tara and Heather Fitzgerald. Thank all of y'all for being here today, spending time with us for a little bit. I wanted to come, and tell you exactly how I feel. A big shout out to Help Me, Rhonda. Thank you for being here. Very appreciate it. But I just wanted to come here and let y'all know exactly how we feel about this whole situation. It's very, very sad. Um, and hopefully the kingdom come soon. Big shout out to everyone listening. I love y'all. I'ma see y'all tomorrow. We're gonna be here closing the weekend the best way possible. I'm gonna have a cam on, so y'all can see my beautiful face. And I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. We have another live stream of Jrod on point. Have a good weekend, everyone. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow.